Welcome back to SHIB Planet, everyone. This is Ace. Today I'm going to do an updated price simulation for Shiba Inu token for how 2021 may pan out. There have been a number of market movements and updates since my previous simulations, and I thought that it would be a good idea to run another simulation to take all these movements into consideration. Now, as usual, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. These videos are for information and entertainment purposes, and for best results, I highly recommend watching today's video at least 1.5 or higher speed. This will help you consume the content a lot faster. Okay, so today I'm going to run a dual price simulation side by side. I'm going to show you Shiba Inu's price if it reacts positively to the current upward trend of the global crypto market, and I'll also run a simultaneous neutral view, assuming not much changes from the current conditions. And I've also revised our base data, which we know has been Bitcoin, and you'll find that our base data is a lot more accurate than before. And we're just going to do a comparison just to see how we are tracking according to our previous simulations. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, these are my crypto calculators, which I designed to analyze the market, and I use it as a due diligence process and to analyze my portfolio. And I pretty much use them extensively on this channel to run price simulations and they make illustrative videos. And okay, let's get right to it. I'm just going to head back to the SHIB calc. Let's buy $1,000 worth of Shiba Inu. I'm going to buy $1,000 of SHIB. That currently gets us about 135 million SHIB tokens. And I'm going to do the same on the neutral one, $1,000. And so now we should be okay to run our simulation. Okay, and it should be pretty accurate according to today's market. 7361. There might be a slight difference. I'll just quickly check. 7372. Okay, it's moved slightly, but that's well within acceptable limits. Okay, let's have a look at the overall market. I'm just going to head over to CoinMarketCap. Now, the global market cap is sitting comfortably over $2 trillion. It went as high as 2.1 trillion yesterday, and there's been about 250 billion injected into the market since our last simulation. The market leaders, as usual, are Bitcoin and Ethereum, who collectively hold 60% of all cryptocurrency value. But this year, you should have a look at Cardano, because it's definitely going to reach greater all-time highs, because Cardano is releasing some smart contracts in September. And this is going to be good for crypto in general, as this will bring more attention to crypto in general, especially during this bull phase. I'm just going to have a quick look at the fear and greed index. Now, it's been reflecting extreme greed for the past couple of days, but it's pulled down today to the greed level. So anytime you see extreme greed happen for more than 2 days, which was yesterday and the day before, it's a sign that we're about to head into a market correction, because the market would have been overextended. And sure enough, as you know, there's been quite a big drop in prices across all cryptos over the past 24 hours. And if I quickly head to the Shiba Inu chart, as you can see, we lost our key support of 8,000 units, which we lost over the past 24 hours. And if I quickly scroll down to the chart, I'm just going to see the 1-month chart. And you can see that Shiba Inu has been tracking sideways for quite some time. At the first half of the month, it was tracking sideways at 6,000 Satoshi unit mark, and then it tracked fairly sideways for about the same amount of time with a support of around the 8,000 mark. And within the past 24 hours, we've seen a significant drop. And as usual, I like doing a macro analysis. Now, this is the total cryptocurrency market cap, on the global cryptocurrency chart. Now, if you can see, we are comfortably over. Actually, I'll just do a year-to-date chart so you can see it clearly. We are comfortably trading over the 2 trillion mark. And if you recall from prior videos, the resistance point which we were experiencing a month ago was about 2 trillion. And anytime we passed above that, now we're seeing that 2 trillion is most probably our support for the overall market. And this is still as long as we stay above 2 trillion, this is still very bullish. Okay, it's simulation time. Okay, cool. Now, the fundamental basis for this simulation is going to be two versions of the stock to flow model. I'll just quickly show you that. Um, this is the stock to flow model. This one here is the one which we used last time, and it predicts that Bitcoin will reach 100K towards the end of the year. And then there's a revised stock to flow model, and in this model, it predicts Bitcoin ending at about 80K. Now, for those of you who are new to the stock to flow model, it's basically a model which market analysts have created, and it has been able to accurately predict the price of Bitcoin very reliably since its inception, and it's based mostly about on the supply. Now, the reason why it's so reliable for macro analysis is that Bitcoin accounts for about half of all crypto market cap. And its price basically, as in the price of Bitcoin, basically affects the whole market as it goes up and down. And Bitcoin tends to go, and if you want to know a bigger macro indicator, every 4 years Bitcoin tends to shoot up in value because every 4 years the supply of Bitcoin is halved, and almost like clockwork, after every halving, the scarcity of Bitcoin increases, and then this causes a bull runs, as I've mentioned and it's fairly predictable. Okay, let's head to our Bitcoin calculator and get this party started. Okay, in this simulation, in this one, this is going to be with a stock to flow model A. In this simulation, I've calculated that Bitcoin, it now has to maintain an average increase in market cap of about 225 billion every month in order to reach the stock to flow model's target of 100K. Now, let's see what we can do. I'm just going to quickly take out all those future months and just take us to where we are right now in August. I'm just going to adjust for that. Now, as you can see, at the end of August, we should be able to close at, according to this model, at 53K. If it's going to be on track to hit 100K in December. As at this moment, as of today, as of the time of recording of this video, we are still trading below that, but we still have about a week left until the end of August, so there's still room for this to catch up. In fact, yesterday we broke 50K, so we might still be able to be on track for that. So let's quickly look at the other simulation. Now, here I've calculated that Bitcoin has to maintain an average increase in market cap of roughly 148 billion in order to reach that revised stock to flow target of 80K by December. Let's see how we're tracking at the moment. I'm just going to remove the future months and see where we are sitting in August. And here we're in August. So at the end of August, according to this model, we should at the end of the month, we should have a price of 49K. Now, as you can see, at the moment, this simulation is actually spot on with the real market. And in fact, we are probably doing, we're actually overperforming because yesterday, you know that it went over 50K. And since there's still about a week left, we are definitely well on target to, as long as we can maintain that momentum, to reach 80K at this pace by December. Now, let's assume, and for Shiba Inu, let's assume SHIB is going to keep trading sideways until the end of August for the sake of this simulation. Now, for the part which you're really interested, now what's the impact on Shiba Inu? Please note, guys, this is just a simulation and it's not a prediction. We all do this already in our heads. It's just that I've built the tools to be able to illustrate this visually and accurately, at least as far as the numericals are concerned. I'm just going to head to the Bitcoin chart, and then we're going to move our amount to December. So this is the positive. To September. I'm just going to give us the market cap for September, and I'm going to adjust for circulating supply. Here, Bitcoin would end September by matching its all-time high. The only thing which might steal its thunder is probably Cardano in this month, which is, and Cardano is hailed as the Ethereum killer. And Cardano will probably skyrocket due to a combination of its launch of smart contracts in the middle of a bull run. And I'm not doing a Cardano simulation at the moment, so this one is just for illustration purposes. Okay. Either way, both factors are really good for the market. Okay. So I think let's head to SHIB. So SHIB has already shown that even though it has tracked mostly sideways, it does have the ability to grow up to 25% in a bull run with no major catalyst. Now, this is evidenced by that by this 1 month chart where we jumped from a long stint in the 6,000 unit mark to the 8,000 unit mark, where we have been trading for a while now. In September's conditions, this is likely to happen again, and I'll assume that a Coinbase listing for the purposes of this simulation will take place. So historically, just the news of SHIB being listed on Coinbase gave SHIB at least a 30% boost. So I'm going to sum up these two factors together, and I'm going to assume that this may add maybe up to 2 billion in market cap. So I'm just going to add that. Now this will make your $1,000 probably go up in value to about 1.6. Now, and for those of you who say the Coinbase listing will never happen, to be honest, guys, you could be right. But if you're familiar with my channel, you know I don't like to pull assumptions out of thin air. I generally like to make sure that there's historical precedence for it. So if you can check out here, this is Solana. In May, Coinbase gave the exact same technical error message to Solana. Can you see that word for word? This is the same that they used for Coinbase, only replacing Sol with SHIB. Now, Sol was delayed for 2 months by Coinbase before it was released, and that's what I'm basing this assumption on, because it's been about just a bit over 2 months since the SHIB was delayed. And so I'll just head back to SHIB. Actually, let's look at the lower Bitcoin chart. I'm just going to move it to September, and I'll adjust the corresponding circulating supply. In this scenario, Bitcoin would close September at about 56K, and it's possible Bitcoin would grow at a slower rate due to the dominance of other altcoins like Cardano in that month. In the pessimistic SHIB scenario, I'll just head over here. In the pessimistic SHIB scenario, SHIB would continue to consolidate, and the FUDers would be correct that Coinbase in this negative scenario that it doesn't list SHIB, and then it's likely that, well, if this happens, SHIB will drop below 50 for the first time in a long time, and in that case, I won't move the market cap for September in this simulation. Okay, let's move on with the simulation, and we'll see what happens in October. And I'm just going to head over to the positive Bitcoin chart and adjust for October market cap and simulation. Now, this would be Bitcoin's glorious month of victory. I personally believe this will happen definitely, if not October, then by November. And what makes it even more amazing is that Bitcoin would have achieved this purely with market forces alone, unlike last time where it was boosted by Elon's tweets. Now, this is where the alt boom will start, and where external investors, they're going to start paying a lot more attention to this emerging class of cryptocurrency. Now let's see what the impact on SHIB would be. I'll just head back to SHIB. Okay. In this scenario, with the alt season now fully triggered, Doge will most probably soar in popularity, just as it did last May. And this is because it will still be under $1, and new investors who will be coming in because Bitcoin would have broken an all-time high. They'll most probably be attracted a lot to Doge, just like last time. Mostly because it's backed by Elon Musk and Vitalik Buterin as well, amongst a host of other big shots. Speaking of Elon, he'll most probably pump Doge like never before during the month of October, and especially now that Bitcoin's limits have been broken. Now, and whenever there's Doge in the news, the Dogecoin killer, i.e., what the media calls Shiba Inu, is never far behind. Now, in this simulation, new investors will be far more easily be able to access SHIB because of SHIB's multiple listings. SHIB's growth will mostly come out of crypto frenzy rather than from fundamentals. Now, remember, I said new investors will be drawn to SHIB, not the current fundamentalists, because um, current fundamentalists in cryptos, they generally don't like SHIB at all because it really doesn't fit into their paradigm. They can't stop seeing SHIB as a meme coin, and that's mostly because of how SHIB started, even though we are far from that in terms of our offerings. And also, in this month, I'm going to consider that our CERTIC audit will come in very handy during this month to help fight the FUD which is associated to SHIB's growth. And for this one here, in the month of October, I'll add 9 billion to the market cap, and I'll let you know why in a second. I'm just going to add 9 billion. Now, this will make SHIB pretty much almost match its previous all-time high in May. Now, that might seem big for you, but it's actually relatively small because other altcoins are also going to be soaring in response to Bitcoin's all-time high, which we are matching around here. Also, by this time, SHIB will have released some additional features, including the NFTs. Let me see if I've got a graphic for the NFTs. And since NFTs are super hot right at the moment, it's likely we'll get some media attention, as most crypto NFT projects tend to these days. And this won't be because that our NFTs are awesome, but because they'll do well because of our community. So I'm going to factor that into this month's simulation too. Okay, let's jump back to Bitcoin's milder model. I'm just going to hit here. Let's go to Bitcoin once again, and I'm going to bring it down. Actually, I think I was at 147 here if we're going to be on target for 80K. So I'm just going to adjust for circulating supply for October. Okay, in this version, Bitcoin will struggle to match its all-time high, but altcoins will continue to soar in the month of October. Let's quickly jump to the low energy version of Shiba Inu. Now, I'm one of the least negative people you'll ever meet, so it's really hard for me to simulate negatively for something which I'm bullish about. But in this month of October, SHIB will continue to consolidate because no major catalysts would have happened yet, or no simulated events. Now, our holders are going to keep growing just as they currently are, but mostly low balance holders. And we might be able to add maybe 500 mil as we continue on our sideways trajectory. So maybe I'll add 650 mil. Now, let's head over to Bitcoin, and I'll shift to the positive model. Now, please remember this is just a simulation, and it's to visualize the impact of the stock to flow model. I'm not the only analyst who uses the stock to flow model. Now, if we thought October was good, let's jump us through November and December at the same time. I'll just do that right now. I'm just gonna take us straight to December, with November and December trading about the same. I'm going to jump us straight to December. Okay, cool. Now, during these 2 months, something strange but good for SHIB may begin to happen here. You see, because Bitcoin and Ethereum would have gotten so big, they won't be able to yield as much gains as smaller market cap tokens. And because the fear and greed index will most definitely be 90 plus at this stage. If you know, at the moment where we saw it tracking at 73, it'll most probably be 90 plus at this stage. We know this because it was 79 just yesterday when Bitcoin passed 50, and that happens as it approaches milestones. So you can imagine how high it would be when it has broken milestones. Um, Anyway, this will indicate obviously extreme greed, and the market will finally be, and in this environment, this is when the market will finally be bold enough to dabble in meme coins. Remember, most people, fundamental investors, they don't even touch meme coins with a stick. Now, it's the only difference now is during this time there's actually a ton of meme coins. This is pretty much all. If you just type Inu into CoinMarketCap, there's literally a ton. You just keep scrolling down. There's a lot of meme coins just with the word Inu in them. If you put dog or Doge, there's even more. So why is this relevant? Because this is what happened during the last bull run early this month, and it's something called meme season. Let me see if I can find an article for that. Um, okay, if you see this, a tweet when SHIB hits its all-time high, somebody asked the CEO of Binance, they said, "What's happening? Shiba Inu just pumped 146% after its Binance listing. I give up." And CZ replied, "Meme season." Now, during this phase, people would have made, they typically would have made a lot already from a lot of profits from the gains of the recent bull run. And so they may just spread a fraction of their portfolios into meme coins for a quick moonshot. Now, because this is when when things like this most likely happen. Now, meme coins shortly after this they crash pretty hard because they're not designed for long-term growth. In fact, attention on meme coins is whenever you see there's a lot attention on meme coins, it's actually a sign that the bull run is about to end. Now, on the SHIB simulation, this will mean very good news for Doge and SHIB. And I say this because Doge and SHIB are kind of like Bitcoin and Ethereum for the meme tokens, so they'll gain the most during this meme season. Um, but even even the usually cynical media, they won't help but notice Shiba Inu. It's far different from the other tokens because SHIB is the only one with a CertiK audit, which something no other meme coin has or would even try, because a CertiK audit would reveal the flaws which they have. SHIB is the only one with a decentralized exchange, ShibaSwap. SHIB has a roadmap which it has consistently met all the targets on its roadmap, and then round about this time, news of a layer 2 blockchain, Shibarium, will cause people to pause and think. Now, do you know why? Because that's because layer 2 decentralized exchanges, they are almost non-existent. I think there's a couple out there. One of them uses Polygon, but the biggest problem which decentralized finance faces is gas fees. You all know about gas fees. And if Shibarium can solve this problem, then even hardcore fundamentalists will have to acknowledge SHIB's use case. Now, personally, I believe this is possible because I recently tested out a layer 2 application. And to be honest, guys, it is amazing. I tested something which has a layer 2 application which has zero gas fees and very high speeds are very possible. I'll do a separate video on that because I found a very strong possible link with Shibarium, but for that one I'll leave it there. Now I'm going to head over, and I'm going to add 2 lots of 7 to the positive simulation. I'll add 7 billion. I'll probably just do that. Now, this will double SHIB's all-time high, but this will actually be very low because the overall market would have grown. Uh, it would have grown as well, and SHIB could even at this market cap, SHIB could still be ranked in the 40s or the 50s. Now, you see, I think I'll show you if I go over here. If you look at Bitcoin's market cap, it's almost always at least on this one here, it's almost 2 trillion all by itself. And we know Ethereum is about a third the size of Bitcoin. So between the two of them, they'll just Bitcoin and Ethereum alone will have 2.6 trillion market cap, and that's actually higher than even the combined global market cap at the moment. You know, we're currently at about 2 trillion. So in December, Bitcoin and Ethereum alone will be bigger than that. So can you see that something like a 3.5 or 4 trillion global market cap by December will certainly be possible. Now, all that extra money, it would have gone into other altcoins. And they will now have higher lows. That's why it's possible that even though I'm setting this target for SHIB, it would still be trading quite low. That's why I still think I'm still being conservative. Now, that's why I always start my simulations with a macro analysis, because this helps you put things into context as you see the overall market move too. But this will only be, in my view, just the beginning for Shiba Inu, because personally, I think 2022 is when our ecosystem is going to get fully fleshed out, and it might take a while. And when we do this, we'll be able to finally start using our marketing fund, which is being saved for when our ecosystem is complete. And I think I'll finish with the other Bitcoin model. Let's just head here, and then I'll do the same. I'm going to take it to 80K as predicted. In this model, Bitcoin would see an alt season in November, and it would reach its stock to flow high in December. Now, this will have most probably similar effects to the other model, but maybe without a meme season. As for SHIB, let me just quickly head to SHIB, the neutral version. As for SHIB, it may increase close to its all-time high, but without a Coinbase catalyst and with too much sideways movement, it'll have to wait until early 2022 when it releases its secret weapon Shibarium, which will most certainly finally begin to change the fortunes of SHIB. So in this case, might add possibly 3 billion for September and December, taking us close to 10 billion for this one here. Now, as you know, I'm not a negative person, so that's not the outlook which I personally see. I'm fully convinced that Shiba Inu is a fantastic long-term project. And once all the phases have been rolled out throughout December 2022, that's when we'll attract a whole new class of crypto investors, because crypto is here and it'll be here to stay, particularly in 2022 once Bitcoin stabilizes above 80 to 100K. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, peace.